Hey, just a quick video update this morning. Um, wow, there's some crazy news going on out there. The GDP. I mean, we've been saying it forever, but wow, to actually see the numbers where GDP is sitting at under 1%, 0.4% is our GDP after we've just spent trillions and trillions, and this was going to work, and you couldn't tell anybody otherwise. Of course, Wall Street, it's funny reading their Wall Street and the Fed and all these guys and the politicians. Oh, nobody could have seen this coming. Gee, really? There's a lot of people here on YouTube that saw it coming. Of course, we were all just lunatics, you know. We were just nuts to say that we're heading straight down. I don't care how much money you throw at it, we're heading straight down. So, yeah, we have a Q1, a revised GDP of 0.4%. And this one was supposed to be well over almost 3%, and that comes in at 1.3%, which will be revised down later to under 1%, of course, because really the only part of GDP is printing money and throwing it into the banks to no benefit to anybody else either. I mean, now it's obvious that all this stimulus and quantitative easing garbage, it does nothing but benefit people who are already multi-billionaires. That's all. Everybody can see it. So, hey, that's where we are. Well, it's a collapsed economy any way anybody looks at it. Or you remove any of all this money printing and POMO. They're doing another bond operation this morning. Remove all that stuff. Is anybody buying anything? Is anybody buying our debt? Hell no. You'd have to be insane to be buying our debt. Now, I kind of laugh, even like at Zero Hedge, Oh, well, these mystery bond buyers, who are they? Well, look in a mirror. They're taking all this federal money, printed up out of the future, now probably 100 years out of the future, and buying our bonds. We're going to buy our own bonds. Well, we'd be able to flip them for a profit later. These people are insane. And they're all saying none of them could have seen this stuff coming. Come on. No, there's another. I just did like a bulletin last night because I didn't feel good. I didn't feel like talking about it. But this whole freaking Libya debacle, I'll tell you what, that is a huge freaking story. This is a big deal. I mean, they were going to go in there. They were going to go in there and take Gaddafi's gold and Gaddafi's oil and Gaddafi's water. They didn't want North Africa to have this big irrigation system that he built so that the people there could actually have farms and all this stuff. No, they didn't want any of that. See, the Euro elites didn't want North Africa to have any of that, and they wanted those resources. And now Libya is saying, Libya is declaring victory over NATO. They're saying we won this. You didn't get Gaddafi, and that pumps up the people in the Mid East to see that they just been turned back, NATO. And now what's now the next part of the plan was they were supposed to go into Syria and Iran and all this. And they're losing. They're backtracking big time right now. And this was supposed to be a big part of all this Europe and America going forward. Was we're going to take all them resources, use it for us, and now we're just going to march around the world like freaking Somali pirates and take everything. Well, it looks like they're sat right back on their ass because, as Obama said, this will take days, certainly not weeks. Well, here we are 4 months later, and Libya is declaring victory. Unless they want to, and there was a thing of support for Gaddafi with 400 or 40,000 people or something over there. These people, you're only as good as the last fight you were in. Ask any neighborhood bully. I don't care if I beat up on all these people. As soon as you get your ass beat, that's only as good as you are. Now you're the clown of the neighborhood. That's the downfall of bullies. As soon as you get beat, that's it. Now you're a joke. But this, as far as those resources, and what's Gaddafi going to do now? Continue on with his gold-backed currency that he wanted to do, I think he will, and that's really going to throw a wrench in the whole thing. What's Europe supposed to do now? Europe's using soccer players over there as collateral for loans. You know, the Eurozone. And I don't know any of them soccer players over there, but yeah, there's, oh yeah, well, we got this player, that player, and that's what they're basing their economy on. They're trading soccer players contracts in the euro. It's insane. Anyway, I'll tell you what, watch out at this point for stuff going on, because there's no telling what's going to happen now. I don't believe with these budget and these QE, everybody expects that there's just going to be a shower of money coming. Whatever they do, it's not going to be enough to make people happy. It's not going to be what they expected. Free gifts of free money to Wall Street and all this stuff now. Yeah, they got big problems. They got huge problems. And one thing's for certain, I mean, the dollar's going to go down from here, and gold and all that, it's going to then go up. As soon as they start talking about printing more money, that's it. So they're really in a box now. They're really in a box. They're damned if they do, damned if they don't. You know, what are they going to do? I guess Obama will just threaten, oh, there ain't going to be no Christmas. Whatever. A little childish scare tactics. You're not going to get Christmas presents now. And they blame each other. The WWE, you know. Oh, here we got Raging Boner. And then we got Reed. Creaky old Reed. And they're going to fight it out. What a bunch of nonsense. What a bunch of nonsense. I don't think this GDP thing today was any accident either. I'm expecting to see the opposite of what a lot of people expect to have happen, because everybody's certain they're just going to, oh, now, well, we're just going to print mountains more money. I think the opposite might happen, and people just might wake up missing their retirements and 401ks and all that. I think that's what's going to happen. Hey, anyway, let me leave you these links on Libya. Make sure you check it out, because that's a big story that nobody's talking about at all. It's a huge story. Anyway, thanks a lot, and we will talk to you later.